us up with the Moorish American prayer. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation by night and by day. His holy prophet, Amen. First, I'll rise and give Him perfect and infinite praises to Allah, the Father of the universe, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, the internal and incomprehensible. Honors to Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the founder of the Moorish Science of America, to Jesus' return, the one who said he's going to come back for his people. Honors to Brother Marcus Messiah Garvey Bay, the John the Baptist return of the prophet, the founder of the UNIA, Universal Negro Improvement Association. Honors to the past and present future leaders of the Moorish Science of America, the past leaders of the UNIA. Honors to everything that's Moorish. Honors to all harbingers who paved the way for their sons and daughters to be members of the Moorish Science of America. And honors to everything that is Moorish. Today's show is called The Hidden. There's only so much that the European powers that be could do regarding the hidden agenda, the hidden land, and so on and so on. When you understand conditions and people, you understand where the manifest of truth can never have been hidden. You can love your people or you can hate your people. And right now, the land is sacred and the land belongs to the Moors. Islam family, hold on one moment. Give me one moment, please. Thank you.
You're all set.
We have to understand that we are not what the powers that be call us. We are not who people call us and what our ancestors call us based upon some false narrative and false identification, because we are the true indigenous people of the land without doubt or contradiction. I'm going to tell you something about the United States of America that a lot of people don't know about. The reason why you have all these issues going on and gentrification and all this other stuff going on in these neighborhoods, whether they want to say that this is my hood and this and that, and I'm tagging it up, I'm putting my hood name on there. Your hood has no power. You're gangbanging on a plantation and don't even know it. Whatever master tell you to do, you gonna do it. Master's not gonna give you no choice. But the only way you can free yourself and save yourself is by thinking. There is no other way out. You have a choice to be in the hood, but not of the hood. You have a choice to be in the world, but not of the world. What my brothers and sisters out there don't understand is you don't have to gangbang. Where's the honor in that? Killing someone else's child, why? Are you going to be killed in return? Where's the logic in it? How are you going to conduct yourself in life and you constantly watching your back constantly? You have no idea that you have a target on you, whether you're a Crip or Blood or not, or you're part of a Latino gang. You got a bullseye on your chest and on your forehead, and you have no idea what you got yourself into. Islam, Diego Fernando, yeah, Islam. Heaven high, I see you, I see you. The hidden agenda is the one who's pulling the strings from Geppetto. It's the same one who's doing the pulling the strings of the puppet. The false narrative is what you practice. False teachings in the church.
Give it to you at the next one.
The false teachings is what you accept, but you can't see no other way out because you are trying to live like the colonists. You are living like a peasant in your own nation, and you can't even be deported or exiled because Dr. King said my people are exiled in their own land. And that's why they killed them. I can't make it up, family. Whether the push come to shove or whatever the case may be, you have no choice but to accept the fact that you don't have a nationality, a culture, a religion, and following these teachings of the European slaveholder is what got you all messed up in the head, and you can't raise your children correctly because you want to be promiscuous. You want to live life of the orgy in Hollywood. You can make it work, but you're chasing after luxury and things of the cares of the world that serves you no purpose. When you serve Shaitan, the devil, then you have not lost the war. You just got to regain consciousness that you are someone that is worthy of living, and you have to prove not only to yourself, but you have to prove to Allah. Without doubt or contradiction. I'm saying this because I care for my people. I don't just say stuff because I just say it. I say it because it's on my heart and mind, and there's nothing else I can do or say but to follow humanity.
Any ketchup or sauce?
You want to ask yourself, what are you doing with yourself to better your condition? What are you doing with your state of mind and thinking to not only uplift yourself, but uplift the next one? Sisters want to fight each other, but they don't know how to forgive each other. Brothers want to fight each other, they don't know how to forgive each other. And this is why we have issues the way we have today. It's because people don't know nothing about letting bygones be bygones, and so on and so on. My brothers and sisters, you guys are just have no idea. You can't admit that you're wrong. When you apologize, it's not genuine, and you wonder why some brothers don't even want to be bothered with y'all sisters. And you wonder why some sisters don't want to be bothered with y'all brothers, because Y'all know how to act. Y'all know how to act in public. You want to get loud. You want to be flashy. You want to do this. You want to do that. And no one can't tell you nothing. You have no one to blame but yourself. You want to live like the Kardashians. You want to have the Jezebel nails. You want to have the fake eyelashes. And that's not yours. I mean, you bought it. But it makes you look like a clown. Somebody got to come around here and tell y'all the truth. That's it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, the question is, what are you doing to change your state of mind? What are you doing to change your attitude instead of getting loud? Instead of being peaceful and learning what you can do constructive with yourself in your life, but yet and still you have all kind of men run up in you and none of them don't want to be with you. Brothers, you want to run up in these sisters and you have no idea what you want in life. You're wasting their time. You're wasting your time. You want to talk about boyfriend, girlfriend like it's a marriage. And all the while, you're just messing up your life by being promiscuous. The situation is called Battle of Baby Mama and Baby Daddy. Baby mama don't like baby daddy, and vice versa. Matter of fact, they hate each other's guts so much, they can't even communicate. Friendship is out the door. The woman wants to extort money from the father, but he's doing everything he can, but yet still, the baby's suffering, and mama's living a lifestyle. She's still not satisfied, because she has a mind of Jezebel. When are you going to understand just because it's in front of you doesn't mean you gotta take it. Just because the new fad and fashion come out doesn't mean you gotta take it. Y'all unconscious, ungrateful people try and tell people how to run their life, but yet still you struggling every day. Majority of y'all young people want to disrespect your elders. Talk back like you pay the rent, like you pay the bills in the house. But yet still you have no knowledge of life. So you try to raise your mother and father or whoever's in the household. But you yourself don't have no responsibility. And you're trying to raise your mother and father. You're trying to tell them how life goes. And you're just a baby. And you ain't even reached past 7, but you're trying to tell them what to do. There's places for people who are mischievous. You have no idea of what you're up against. You want to get in everybody's business, talk bad about them behind their back, and have no remorse. So instead of talking to that person one-on-one, you want to backbite. You're struggling on pennies. You can barely rub 2 nickels and pennies together. But yet still, you don't even have any idea of any goal in life to own land, to better your condition, to learn how to do something positive and learn how to do something uplifting without going and make yourself look like a fool, and don't know how to act in public and wonder why people don't want to be bothered with you. But yet and still you don't think. Yet and still you don't care, because guess what? It's all about you. You don't care of how to treat other people. You don't even want to apologize and admit you're wrong so you can rest better at night. You don't even want to acknowledge that your condition can be better. You don't want to even care that your nationality was taken away from you by the colonists, but yet and still, you still want to call yourself a crayon color, black, Negro, same thing. I said this in my last show. So when I'm demonstrating from the heart and mind, based upon what I know and close to decades of life and understanding life and states of minds of behaviors of people, it helps you understand who to deal with and who not to deal with. The person who's talking loud and making all that noise is the same one that's the Judas. That's the Pope Benedict Arnold. That's the one that's Satan right there. That's the one who wants to get your attention so that way you can feel some type of remorse for them. But yet and still, you have a place to stay, but you ain't doing nothing but to contribute but more drama. Eating out the refrigerator, eating all the bacon, eating all the eggs, making sandwiches for you and your friends, giving your mom and your pop a hard time, giving them a stroke and a heart attack because you don't know how to act right. Maybe they need to check themselves too. Maybe they need to check themselves in a mental institution or a asylum asylum. I don't know. But the way I see things is going on right now, there's no control over the children. I just seen where I met my child's mother in that same area. These young brothers are shooting craps and getting money. Is that supposed to be a job? Y'all young people out there who are doing that, y'all not paying attention to your surroundings. All you new gang members or whatever the case may be, you think you got it all, huh? You think you got the power to kill someone on sight because you got a gun. The gun is doing the thinking for you because it's in your hands. But I bet you can't shoot someone point blank range or from a distance, because guess what? You can't shoot because you can't fight. Where is the home training? Mother and father can do the best they could. But sons and daughters are not obeying father and mother. The way this rain is coming down hard on this windshield is the pain and agony and suffering of our ancestors, of our mothers and fathers, of what we put them through, and we got to go audacity to disrespect them. So now you don't have no honor, and you wondering why you get into so much trouble, because your lifespan is about to get cut short, because you failed to understand the 10 Commandments of honor thy father and thy mother, that their days may be long upon the earthland, which the Lord thy God, Allah, have given thee. Oh, I said Allah. To all the Christians out there who are hating, talking about his name is not Allah. Well, let me give you a little sermon today, brothers and sisters of the church who are hating because I said God's name is Allah. Let me tell you this. The Messiah and all of them spoke Hebrew and Aramaic and Arabic. Okay? Aramaic is the same word of how you call the Most High in Arabic. But your preacher man can't say that in the pulpit, on the rostrum, whether he's in the podium or the stadium. Whether he got Rome looking at him, about ready to pay him off with a 501c3. Whether you want to adjust your thinking and stop paying a man who's trying to be a motivational speaker to get into your pocketbook. Wow. When are you going to understand that you're being pimped already? And then you got another pimp in your pockets talking about pay 10%. Tell me, since when did the Most High, who is everywhere, needs money and need carnal things? Are you doing the thinking? You're dressing up to look good in church. But looking good in church don't mean nothing to the Most High, great God Allah. Because now you're more worried about the exterior of carnal and the luxury you have versus treating people how you want to be treated and following the 10 Commandments. And following the dietary law of what you shall eat and what you should not eat. But yet you want to battle your brother man Moorish life in the public, talking about, oh, the Most High did away with those old laws. Jesus did away with those old laws. But you just parakeeting what the preacher man told you. But you're not practicing 2 Timothy verse 2, verse 15, where it says, study to show thyself approved. You're lost in the sauce. You wonder why your household is corrupted. Because you got that deadly crucifix in your house. And that crucifix is a Roman symbol of desecrating our people. The ancient Moabites and Canaanites. Yeah, I'm gonna get a response in the chat. Yeah, Diego Heaven High. What I'm demonstrating on today is desecration. Levi, yeah. I appreciate you backing me up. Praise Allah for you. The day you dishonor your father and mother is the day that you dishonor your ancestors. It's the same day that you just honor Allah and Allah is not with you because the truth ain't in you. You can sit here and mock me all you want, but Allah knows all things. I only know what Allah tells me to think and what to say. I reached out to the brothers, 2 different brothers from 2 different hoods. And right now, they're about ready to run amok. To my brother S and to my brother T. Peace and love to y'all. Love y'all very much. Y'all my brothers for life. One day we're going to get together, family. We are, for real. Brother S, brother T, yeah, we're going to do it. Because it's time to set these records straight with these youngsters. Because these youngsters have no honor to the elders. But at the end of the day, it's all about what you decide to do with yourself. If my brothers and sisters out there are not trying to better their condition to make their life easier, then you are part of the problem, just like the Ku Klux Klan is. You're just part of the problem, just like the Jewish community who don't care about you. The Jewish community don't care about you. They worrying about worshiping Lucifer. They're worried about having a promiscuous relationship. They're worried about doing some damage to our people in our community, but they do it behind closed doors and they push the button with the politics. And right now, you are out of line and you're out of body politic. You're an outlaw. You think you know what's going on, young people. You're just getting a barely taste of what we went through in the 80s. I went through it all. I saw hell and came back. I had to deal with bullies and come back, snap back from it. And see them again. And dare them to try me. I'll give you a little story. I remember I was on a school bus, riding school bus to school. I'm gonna call him Crazy D. His face, his eyes is disfigured, and he have buck tooth. Crazy D. He slew his jacket and hit me with it every day while I was in grade school. One day I had enough of him. And I started beating the crap out of him. And they wonder why I did it. Because he provoked me to fight. My face is all scratched up because he swung and hit me with his jacket. When love, truth, peace, freedom is violated, justice must then take its course. I may sound like a person who gets a kick out of hurting people. I get a kick out of hurting people because they hurt me. And I have to force to defend myself by any means necessary. And for all y'all bullies out there, you see that picture of me right there? That's me. And I'm truly about that life, so don't even try it. I will take something, and trust me, when I get through with you, you ain't gonna live messing with me. I already been through the Crusades. I fought in the war with 999 Moors of Morocco. I sure did. And I slaughtered a lot of Roman Europeans in the Iberian Peninsula with the help of my brothers. And you know what happened after the war was over with? Those same brothers who were at war with me, even though we lost a few hundred soldiers, do you realize that they were hating on, they were being dirty Moors amongst the General Tariq ibn Zayd? Oh yeah, it's true. And they murdered the brother, our head captain, our general. And since we Moors known that, well, according to the Holy Quran of Mecca, if you have a problem with your brother, you make peace with your brother. See what they did? They did a dirty move. They made peace with the brother and then they murdered him. This is the same thing that's going on right now. But y'all don't see it though. I fought hard in those crusades. I civilized Europeans with the help of my brothers by the guidance of Allah. Allahu Akbar. Am I proud of what I did? Of taking out them Europeans and beheading them, taking their heads off with scimitars? Oh yes, I'm very proud of it. The day that these ones took the cats and killed them and tortured them in Europa, Europe, and we had to do what we had to do. It appears to be that these smelly European so-called white folk, right, want to try to tell us what to do. But yet and still, they don't have no education. We're the one who brought mathematics. We're the one who brought science. We brought the art of love. Because we're a love made manifest. We're the one who brought languages to all of Europe. Every European language you can think of, we taught it. Because we're advanced people. And they're the ones who are the true black people, because guess what? Their minds are of evil. But you don't see it. Because guess what? You want to call yourself black. You black and you proud? Someone need to hit you with a definition of the word black in a dictionary. Allah made the Moorish people the chosen. That's who we are. We don't come from kings and queens. No, we don't. Because king and queen is an 1800 term. Late 1800s, Old English. Right? So we come from a descendant of the Sultan and Sultana. Walking upright, independent, and fearless. Bringing 3-course meals to Europe. Teaching the Europeans how to take a bath and clean themselves. how to groom and all sort of stuff. Teach them that you don't sleep with your animals. It's called bestiality. It did not come from us. It came from them. Because their mindset was in the dark ages. If you look up that word black in the dictionary, and I'm giving you all the homework, look up the word black in the dictionary. And look at how these so-called white people act when they hate us. When they buried our people, buried our land, our resources and everything, and then they're going to build right over it while our ancestors are being buried alive and getting lynched. But do you realize throughout the 50 states, our people still getting lynched regardless? But y'all don't see it though. But y'all want to gangbang Crip and Blood. So let me give you a little scoop. You Crips out there who hate Bloods, right? But do you realize when you cut your flesh or you accidentally cut your flesh, you bleed red? But you wouldn't call yourself a Crip, right? But you wouldn't talk about blood killer, right? That's what you say, right? You hard, you bad, you tough, right? But your gangbanging cannot resurrect your people. Your gangbanging cannot resurrect your mom who ain't here no more. Your grandmoms, your ancestors. It's all part of the agenda, what they want you to do. And you still don't see it. You want to kill each other off because you on a plantation and don't even know it. You over here tagging on a name that belongs to a European. That name don't even belong to you. You don't even own the land. You don't even pay taxes. But you pay taxes on that junk food you eat. You pay taxes on that Calvin Klein and Tommy Hilfiger and all Nautica and Gucci and all that other stuff. But you making a European rich. You dressing how Massa wants you to dress. Sagging your pants, expose your drawers. But yet, instead of respecting yourself, you fail to honor your culture, your Moorish culture, you so-called Negro blacks and coloreds. Yeah, I'm tough. Yeah, I'm hard. I'm hard because I love hard. And that's what I'm about. That's why I come here alive. I don't care about being monetized by the Jewish community. Forget them. They don't pay me. They own my land. And y'all falling for the okie doke. You don't want to kill the Ku Klux Klan, you Crips and Bloods. You don't want to kill them. You don't want to kill no police officer, have no shootout with them, but you're scared of them, but you rather kill your own people. You know why? Because you're conditioned as slaves, as second-class citizen slaves, to be able to do so. Because this is what your ancestors were taught, and now it's trickled down and passed down from generation to generation, and you still have no idea what's going on. You can't be with a woman because you don't know how to treat yourself. You can't be with a woman because you don't know how to be a man. You want to be a sissy. You want to be a woman. Well, if you got a man pipe between your legs, don't make you a woman because you dress like one. You take the hormone shots. That ain't the truth. And all you're doing is self-hatred, what Master wants you to do. And all you're going to do is do Backbreak Mountain and have his way with you in prison. So now what you gonna do when the gig is up? What are you gonna do when the time is up? You can't go to the grocery store. You can't buy nothing because you ain't prepared. You ain't got yourself 90 supply worth of food. You don't know how to fix nothing. You don't know how to get out the situation that you're in because you're thinking on emotion and ego. Islam, I see 4 likes up in here. Islam, praise Allah. Now you need to ask yourself the question. Are you doing this for the best interest of the people who don't care about you in the hood? Or are you doing this because you don't know nothing else to do and you have nothing else constructive to do with your life? And all you're doing is just wasting your life away. You keep playing these games, but guess what? The game is going to play you. And your flesh is going to be end up in the burgers and stuff. Your flesh, your organs is going to be, your flesh mainly is going to be barbecue meat. And your organs is going to be sold to the European powers that be. Because they need to stay alive and they need all that young youth. That's what they need. You need to ask yourself this question. Do you want to change for the better? Or do you want to change for the worse? The red pill and blue pill is already real. But I see you just choose to just wake up and you feel like you're still in Wonderland. Because guess what? In that movie Boys in the Hood, on that front cover says, this ain't no fairy tale. No, it ain't. You can go to Disneyland all you want, see all the fairy tale you want. You can go to Knott's Berry Farm and see all the fairy tale you want. Matter of fact, you can go to Universal Studios, Six Flags Magic Mountain, see all the fairy tale you want. But now, all you gotta do is stand up for what's right. Whatever issue you got with your people, squash it, leave it alone, let it go. It's a dead issue. It's like beating a dead horse. When are you going to stop being a little boy and being with this boyfriend, girlfriend thing? No woman wants a little boy because you need to man up. No man wants a little girl because you need to woman up. Let me give you a little synopsis about what I know about why marriages last long. Because they go through their ups and downs and smiles and frowns, but they had what it takes because Pops knew how to fix everything. He was handy around the house. There was nothing he couldn't do. Grandma, moms, she knew how to cut, clean, and sew and plan food and all that stuff and crack open a coconut with a machete. Brother, you from rolling 60s, right? But you gonna disrespect your grandmother, gonna cuss her out too, right? Yeah, I know about you, brother. There's no honor in you. You ain't gonna live long now unless you decide to change. And this just goes for everybody who's Crip and blood, whatever set you from, or whatever hood you from. Because if you gonna treat your ancestors like that, there's no point in you living. I'm on fire today. Normally, I'll be kind of like a little off when I speak, but no, this is the words of Allah. I'm not Allah, but I have the attribute of Allah to teach the truth, family. I'm against those who's against Allah. But I will never assassinate your character or assassinate you. Not unless you want to put your hands on me first, and then you end up not waking up. I get stronger by the day. Allah's got my cranium vibrating high on these ethers right now. What are you going to do to change your condition? Wearing clothes ain't going to change you. Having money ain't going to change your condition. I'm going to give you a little synopsis on what Prophet Noble Drew Ali said in the oral statements. Islam. He says, money and clothes doesn't make the man. It is the characteristics and free national standards that makes the man. You will have to make a decision on what you're going to do in life. Sons, daughters. I'm going to tell you like this. A real man and a real woman who got nationality and culture, who is Moorish American, we do not want to be bothered with a relationship with a black person or so-called black people and get married and all that. We don't want that. Because all it's going to do is cause a discord. It's going to cause more problems. It's going to do more harm than it does good. She wants to be a black woman? Let her be. Chapter 22, Divine Instruction from the Holy Prophet, chapter 22. Duty of a husband. Take upon thyself a wife and obey the ordinance of Allah. Take upon thyself a wife and could become a faithful member of society. Fix not suddenly on thy present toys depends on future happiness. And the Bible teaches us, man who has a wife has a good thing. That's not always the case all the time. That's only for those who apply the application of marriage and they mean it with their heart and mind. See, there's something going on in the mind, in the cranium. You're not using your mind full potential, so-called Negro, blacks and coloreds, Afro-American, African-American. You're not using none of that to your full potential because you refuse to. You don't want to change because if you change, you're going to lose all your friends. Forget your friends. A friend is the one who tells you the right thing to do and supports you, not provoke you to do bodily harm or manipulate you. When we understand these conditions, and that's when the manifest the resurrection going to happen, is when we change ourselves first. And once we see these things manifesting itself, the gig is up. When we start understanding these conditions and how we got in these conditions to begin with, so now, what are you going to do? When the temple doors close, it's like Noah and the ark is closing the door. No one says Simon Says, but someone that says what you say. Your word of mouth is everything. What you choose on your next move on the chess game, whether you're gonna win or lose, or you're just gonna be put in checkmate. And right now, the gig is up. So there's nothing more to give you, but to remember the love you guys have for each other. See, when love so now you got a question. What are you gonna do about the situation? And you're an innocent bystander because babies don't know of how to get themselves out of situations. So you think, and when you start thinking, then you come to a conclusion. There's nothing you can do. You're gonna have to be the one to make a choice. The time has come. The time has come. I'm going to close this out with the Moorish American prayer. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day. The Holy Prophet, True Ali. Ameen. Peace and love.